Men make history and not the other way around. In periods where there's no leadership, society stands still. Progress occurs when courageous, skillful leaders seize the opportunity to change things for the better. These words of Harry Truman couldn't sound more real when talking about Albert Nashon, a man whose tough background has been the reason of others' success because he decided that change starts with him. Albert, born and bred in ghetto, decided he wanted to change the narrative of the youths in the low-income areas. He was born in 1975 in Jericho, moved to Huruma, did his Form 4 at St. Teresa's Boys, studied fingerprint technology, and worked for the government for 11 years as a trained fingerprint officer. But this was not his passion. It was in 2006 that he got the courage to bring to life an idea he had since 2003. This idea has since then transformed the lives of so many youths. This is the story of Albert Nashon, a man whose passion drove his dream to a reality.
And Slum Code is about my idea of mentorship, of having a parent who can challenge you to think differently. And I always refer a lot to Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I want to believe in all ways that I had a poor dad. You know, he was my father, I appreciated him, but he did not challenge me beyond just being me. So for us, I realized that there was so much that we missed in terms of parental guidance to become the best ever person you could be. And so for me, that was lack of proper mentorship on the entrepreneurial and economics development part. But yes, as a family, as a father, as a provider, he was amazing. So as I grew up, I realized that no, I've missed out on so many things because there was nobody to mentor me, to guide me into the career I thought I would have. But here we are today. We appreciate that being left out of that is what pushed me to say no other young people would miss out on mentorship.
Albert is a dad to all of us. If you just come here to Slum Code, you will find a dad that you never had.
He's a leader of the people. He's a man of the people. Actually, when Chinua Achebe wrote the book, he was having Albert in mind. Yeah, so that's Albert.
And that was the foundation of Slum Code, a journey begun by Albert to create a space for innovation among less privileged populations to identify, access, and exploit resources in an enabling environment.
So many people, particularly in the low-income regions, had been accustomed to NGO sort of mentality, that everything is to be given, everything is for free, that your work is to fundraise and to bring to us. And that mentality is a challenge to deal with. You know, because you want people to become entrepreneurs, to look at their environment and see what solutions they can create and make their own money. But the NGO process did not really help a lot with that. So that was our major challenge. Number two is young people are also overambitious. You know, when you start off something and you want to build it together, other people feel they know better than you, they can do better than you. So there's always all those challenges of startup that people go through. But ultimately, you realize that even issues of financing and funds do not come in very easy, particularly when you have a concept like what we did. Many people would like to fund an environmental program, or they would want to fund a youth activism program, or something to do with the girl, child, and gender. But for us, it was about a safe space. And this safe space enables young people of all walks of life to come and find their purpose. So putting that concept together in a manner that people could understand it was not also a very easy process.
But even amidst the challenges, Albert says,
we develop, we change our attitude, we meet new partners, we continuously keep learning, re-engineering, and becoming better.
He's the one who initiated me to the Slum Code group. I was just fresh from high school, didn't know what life is all about, didn't know any direction I was going to take, and akaniingisha kwa Slum Code because aliona potential yangu fulani with the young people and what I can do. So kile niliona alifanya ni alibelieve in the people. Albert normally believes in the people from kutoka kitambo.
For us, it's about investing in people. And investing in people is all about training, it's about skills development, it's about capacity, it's about networking, it's about opportunities. And over the last 15 years, we've done exactly that. by bringing in different corporations like Safaricom, Huawei, Nokia, Youth Fund, Google, who have worked with us in different projects. We have exposed well over 1,000 young people to different opportunities. Many of them, and very specific, working even with the Strathmore University. We have people who have been given full scholarships to study law. We have young people who have been to Mandela Washington Fellowship and now doing great things out there. We have young people who have gone to Yali, now becoming leaders. One of our key guys, who is even now the leader at the Slum Code Hub, came from Mathare. Young guy from school who is now literally the executive of operations here.
And tangu 2006, tangu 2007 huko mpaka sahi, it has been a journey of exploring opportunities to empower the community, and we come up with strategies, and I come up na strategies and it involve kama young people, and then anatupatia positions and even the ability to become leaders. So tangu 2007 mpaka sahi, Albert has built young leaders through the Slum Code group by giving them opportunities to explore and bring out the best part of you and also give back to the community.
I think my story is unique because it is my story and it cannot be found with any other person. But one thing that I know is that I have lived my purpose, and living my purpose means other people have realized their own purpose through me living my own purpose. You're not just doing something that people have brought down. You're doing something that relates to life, that hey, I can make it with or without a degree. I can make it with or without flying out of the country. Everything, every resource that we need is around us, and that has been my powerful story.
Albert inspires me by the way he does his things. Like, he's very business oriented, professional. Like, I would say he's very passionate, and he has drive. So I like the way he pushes himself to always accomplish something. He's also very how can I say, knowledgeable on a lot of things. Like, you will be talking about a certain conversation and you think like he doesn't know about it, but he knows about every aspect of the idea or the topic you've given him. So he's very all-rounded.
We refer to him as a gold. We even tell his children, like, you have a gold in your house. It's just up to you as a miner to go and mine it, to go and find the gold.
Albert is a man greatly admired, a mentor and a dad to the Slum Code family. He attributes the person he is today to networking, and that the exposure he has had opened his mind, created a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and skill into what he is doing today.
The person that I am today has been shaped by a lot of networking. Like I said, I have a vision, I have a dream, I have an idea, and so that has been shaped by networking. Networking here basically means the people that I have met, the opportunities that we have created, the places that we have traveled to, And when you have a concept that is you believe in, you passionately believe in, what happens is very simple. That people will come who believe in your concept with you. And so for me, I have traveled around the world, both physically and virtually. I have met a lot of people. I have established a lot of partnerships for Slum Code with people who feel like, wow, that is exactly what we want to do at the grassroots.
Hey, a lot of young people have come through the Slum Code group, wamepitia Slum Code group, and ukiangalia mali wako right now, it's not because ati Albert aliwaambia fanyeni hii, but they came and they saw what Albert was running and doing without even having more resources, and they built up something. They built themselves, capacity building, and they also built their empires, built their businesses. And sai mahali wako, they always just wako huko, but they still pay homage to Albert in terms of a person who built their integrity, their character. So naweza sema watu wengi sana, hata ukienda kuuliza huko nje atakwambia Albert jo, kile alinifanyia, kile alifanya nikapitia, nikimenijenga sasa na niko hapa juu yake.
He's very inventive. Like, he's the guy who will sit with and tell you a million ideas, a million business ideas, and he will still be like asking you if you've understood. He's also someone who's going to make you understand a certain concept instead of just leaving it out there.
I will refer to him as a dad that I never had. He always supports you. be there for you. Even if you just disappear, go MIA, is a person who will look for you and see what you're doing, where have you been. Yeah, that is the best person. He cares a lot.
Albert Nashon's life is evidence enough that great leaders do exist. His life has been a journey that has impacted the society. He has made his greatest investment into the lives of young people, which he has transformed. This has been the life accomplishment story of Albert Nashon, formerly founder and now patron of Slum Code Group, spearheaded by youths in leadership.